Yo, this is Gotti Lorenzo, and we're back at it once again here at Givin Them The Business. You know what I'm saying? And I got my partner, Don Dinero.
Que voila, Mr. Money for the Gringos.
Que voila, que voila.
We got a good little topic today, too.
Man, you know, every time we come back on, and it's just a breath of fresh air for me. I love doing what we doing here, just bringing these different topics, talking about it. And then getting the opinions, and we getting so many comments, likes, shares, and subscribing. Just keep it going, please. We want to keep this going just like you do. And we'll just keep pushing out great content, great information for everybody. So today's topic, what we want to go and start on.
The Matrix.
Is the Matrix. Yeah, Neo. Are we living in the Matrix right now? No, it's Andrew Tate and his brother, what's his brother's name? I'm sorry.
Tristan.
And Tristan, yes, I'm sorry, Tristan. Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate getting arrested out in Romania. And just seeing, are they real? Because I know they predicted a lot of these things going on.
I think Andrew Tate, the fear of having a following, and I think Andrew Tate's basis of his, the people who's influencing are that mark that people want to control as the young males from age about 21 to 35. He's saying, work on your body, you know.
Be a man.
Right, he's saying certain things. and
is he
calls
saying
himself
fuck women? Is he saying fuck women?
No, he's respectful for women, but he's saying women have to play their role.
I know he's not saying fuck women.
No, he has a lot of women think he's misogynistic. There's a lot of things, but there's a lot of truth in what he says.
Yes.
And then he has a ton of money. It's him and his brother, who has a dope concept. He was like, me and my brother share everything. We live together.
Yeah.
He says we have 33 cars.
You know what else he said about living together with his brother or men in general was, and there's truth in this. It's like the competitiveness, the testosterone levels, you know, it stays up. Like you're competing with each other. You're going to be in a different mindset of what you're doing with each other versus if you live with a woman where you're cuddling more. You might be not as aggressive, and it takes that edge off you from a man's standpoint, if I might say. And I know, you know, in today's times, everyone's so sensitive, but there's nothing wrong with being a fucking man and being a man's man, if that makes sense.
And that's kind of what he's doing. He's kind of a man's man.
Yeah.
And if you're not he's really pushing the alpha male perspective, and a lot of these beta males and a lot of these females and a lot of these little Mickey Mouse flowers are not necessarily understanding that the world is what it is. It's a tough place. So he has said a lot of things. He calls himself the top G.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm the #1 search guy. So he's boasting. So what they did maybe about 3 months ago, they took him off of all the platforms.
Yeah, they removed him.
But he has a podcast too with his boys, and he's been predicting. He says this is what they're going to do first. They're going to try to silence my voice. Because once they can't do that, they're going to try to imprison me. I says I'm going to get 3 strikes only.
Yeah.
Silence me, imprison me, then they're going to kill me. So he's in strike 2 right now.
Yeah.
You know, they
kind of spooky.
I mean, spooky when he's predicting it. And he was going up against a young girl. There's a young girl called Greta. I forgot her last name. But she's the one that went to and talked about climate change in front of all these people as a young girl and was like, so he kind of did a tweet, man, I got 33 cars and they're all combustible and I'm putting on. That's what men do, right? You're here. He goes, so you're telling me you're going to tell the countries to tax us for free air? Like his approach is not. But that kind of, when she texted him, it bothered him. When she put, all right, send me all your cars and your stuff. And he goes, this is my website. And she put, little dick energy at getalife.com. And that got 30 million views. And when he seen that, he came back and he sat there addressing her. And when they put that pizza box. So the irony of it, the top G kind of slipped up.
But how did he slip up?
Because the pizza boxes
was from Romania.
But he didn't know. They didn't know he was in Romania.
But he didn't know. He didn't know he was being looked for. I don't believe they might have had a warrant or wanted to get him in Romania, but he wasn't aware of that.
No, they say the Romanian government is easily. I mean, they're saying easily bought, easily this. But the key is he predicted a lot of these things. And when he says we're living in the Matrix, he mentions the Matrix a lot.
Sure.
You know, and to me, you know, how do I say this? There's a lot of truth into what he says. Many people think he's full of shit. I've gone at him sometimes with how on Twitter, I've gone at him because I just feel, you know, my Cuban guy, the boxer, says, well, fight me. You think you're so tough, right? Because he does kind of, you know, he's basically saying, if you're not an alpha, you ain't shit. And that's not true because it's not inclusive. So us that are alphas, you're cool, but how many alphas really leaders out there? So he has a weird way of going about things, but he has the attention of people. He says we're living in the Matrix. And then there's so many things that are happening to him. And he tells you, you decide what pill you want to take, the blue or the red.
Yeah. Listen, from what I've seen, I enjoy watching him and talking and what his positioning is. And I understand why women might say he's speaking a certain way, just similar to Kevin Samuels. And I was very, when I first heard Kevin Samuels, I was like, man, he's just bashing.
Shitting on the women
he's
at first,
just killing the women. But then I realized his information was really based on statistics. It wasn't an opinion. And that's when it gets to be different when you're talking about numbers and facts versus someone's opinion.
Where's he at right now?
I know he passed. He's gone. But
they said supposedly he took a pill to have sex. And I'm just saying, hey, did you watch Kevin Samuels? He looked healthy to me, brother.
Yeah.
You know, I just, so what I'm saying is that he had a certain effect. So, you know, this Matrix, which is basically the web, the internet to me, that's the Matrix. That's what we're in. They're going to put the goggles in now in a minute. We're going to be, to me, that's part of the Matrix.
How do we get with the guys like this? Where do we take it from there? If he comes in, I'm talking about Tate, Andrew Tate, and says all these things, but it's coming from, like you said, I believe they're coming from real places, but now he's charged with something totally different. He's charged with sex trafficking. They're saying sex trafficking
and something with money laundering and a bunch of stuff. But again, I think you've been
I asked you
a victim of trumped up charges.
Of course. And
when
that's
they
what
want
I'm saying.
you, when they want you,
they get you.
They're gonna figure out if they don't get you, they're gonna try to deplete his resources first. They're gonna,
well, he's in jail. That's helping.
Oh well, and then when you get
helping
out there,
them.
It's helping from a negative standpoint. They're trying to stain his name. And you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of challenges that he's going to be up against because he's basically spoke his mind.
Yes.
You know, that's really what it comes down to.
But
so
the question
there
is
no freedom.
To get to the charges at hand. And then, again, first and foremost, I want to always say if there's any charges with any types of pedophile or abuse of women, I am dead set against it.
He had 5 or 6 or 7 girls come out of his defense on.
This is what I know, and that's what we're gonna get to.
He treats me like a lady. He never done. And you feel me? So, and a lot of his stuff, he tells the ladies, "This is why you're not gonna get a man." But he doesn't, you know, totally shit on them. He's just saying, "Hey, this is what it is. A high value man that you're looking for doesn't want to."
I seen where they had episodes, or of them, and like the brother was like, if they bring a woman over and she's not basically cooperating in the fashion that she's supposed to cooperate or talking stuff, they throw them out.
Yeah, you gotta go.
You gotta get out of here. So when I heard these charges, I was like, man, this is completely not like we've never seen someone lie about who they are. I don't know if it's true or not. It's just questioning where they stood and if this is part of the Matrix as he put it, because he did predict that they're going to lock him up, and then after that, they're going to try and kill him because they're trying to discredit him.
Right.
And if that doesn't happen, those are the things that's going to go down. And now here he is getting locked up, and there's rumors in the air that it's all made up and fake.
Again, maybe he's a pimp. I'm just saying, I don't know how you make it. You know, when you come in here to USA,
are you a pimp?
Pimping? Me? Nah, I ain't a pimp. But what I'm saying is that, maybe, we have pimps.
I've been pimping since pimping.
There it is, pimping. Hey, what I'm saying is that, in the U.S., we're aware of the pimp culture.
Yeah.
Right? Would that be considered sex trafficking?
See, we have to look into that.
No, I'm asking. You look into what it is.
Yeah, because I don't want to answer that without looking into that sex trafficking. What does that exactly mean in the eyes of the law? When they say sex trafficking and you're charged with sex trafficking Is that pimping? Is that basically the same
three
word
most
for
common
pimping?
types of human trafficking are sex trafficking, forced labor, and
forced labor,
and debt bondage.
Hold on, forced labor. So that means he would have had to have a woman against their will performing sex.
Well, there's sex trafficking. There's forced labor. You could have a guy's uncle working in your backyard.
No, but
and if not, maybe you have to work here. We don't get into pay off your daughter's debt. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Like maybe that's it. And then it said debt bondage. What is that? I don't know.
This is interesting because without knowing that sex trafficking topic to know exactly, that's really the key because sex trafficking. If you gave a girl, let's put it in a different scenario. You bring a girl out, you bring a girl and you take her and she buys some expensive clothes, jewelry, whatever. Because you pay.
I just asked AI for that.
Would that be sex trafficking?
What is sex trafficking? AI says sex trafficking is a form of human trafficking that involves the recruitment, transportation, harboring, or receipt of individuals by means of force, fraud, or coercion for the purpose of sexual exploitation. This can include prostitution.
It can.
Yes, this can include prostitution, pornography, and other forms of sexual exploitation. I think they're saying they used to have him do stuff in the camera. I think he has a company of that, like OnlyFans, or he manages the girls or something like that. That's what I heard. That's what they're trying to say. He has sex trafficking, but that there's companies in Miami that take care of your OnlyFans and make money with you, right?
Yeah.
So the victims of sex trafficking are often women and children, but men and transgender individuals can also be targeted. Traffickers use a variety of tactics to control their victims, such as physical and emotional abuse, threats, and manipulation. They may also use debt bondage, withholding of documents, and other forms of control to keep victims from leaving. Sex trafficking is a major global problem affecting millions of people every year. It is a lucrative business for traffickers and criminal organizations, and is often linked to other forms of organized crime, such as drug trafficking, money laundering, which he's being charged with.
He's being charged with money laundering.
They're saying now they're trying to take away the sex trafficking and say it's money laundering.
They're going after his money. Once you
going
bring up
after
money
everything.
laundering, they want your bread.
It's important to note that sex trafficking can happen anywhere and can happen to anyone, regardless of their age, gender, and background. So we got a little bit more understanding of what it is, because I know there's a word that's been thrown out there and people don't know.
Right.
So it's basically, you're someone doing something they don't want to do for a profit, and you're making money off of them, I'm assuming, right? Prostitution,
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It's very weird because you look at him and he always talks about how many women he has, and I'm just curious to see where this goes.
Well, he never says how he made his money, though.
Never. Investments, but you were saying assume investments.
Right, so I'm assuming now they're going to
maybe it's from them ladies.
Maybe they didn't have a chance to look into how he made his money. Now they can.
Shit.
Right? I'm assuming, because you guys went through
that.
He
wasn't. It's not like he was the biggest MMA guy, right? He's an MMA fighter.
He wasn't not even successful like that. He was an MMA guy, but he wasn't this kid that, he never fought in one of these big American fights.
Right.
He just took care of his body, trained, did that. But it's no really clear status on how they made their money, though.
Sex trafficking. We have to get to this. I'm really curious to see where this ends up with him and his brother.
I mean,
and again, I wish them all the best. I hope none of this is true.
The latest on TikTok, I think, if I could put a little snippet.
But
so we got arrested in the Romanian government? Just trying to think. I'm trying to think of agendas. I can understand. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. It seems like the tabloids just really that Tristan would be released, but they're keeping Andrew. Is that correct?
Tristan is keeping Andrew.
Yeah, that's correct. So it sounds like they're keeping him, and I think he said till February.
Hey.
Did he make any mention of the sex trafficking or human trafficking,
Yeah, he said it's not about. He said it's not about that at all.
Did he say? Can you ask him what it's about? And who indicted him specifically?
He said money laundering, and I said I can't say beyond that. And I'm just sending you.
Oh, maybe
the
they're
screenshot.
switching the charges up.
Yes, they're switching the charges up to money laundering, and they're letting his brother go. What does that mean? They didn't have enough. I don't care what country you ain't letting nobody go. That's leverage. Talk, you know what I'm saying? They had to let his brother go. Mind you, they got big lawyers or whatever. But they're saying now that a lot of the United States State Department sent that out. They're saying that they want to, he's in control of too many kids, his platforms, and they kind of, do me a favor, handle this for us, Romanian government. Can you do that? You feel me? You're going to need, so that's what.
Why is it the government doesn't want anything masculine? Are they
agendas.
Afraid of
there's agendas
if there's
out
a
there.
resistance between the government and the people?
You know, when you say that, you know what the only thing they let be masculine? The violence that minorities do. They let that on TV. They portray that Latinos are violent, blacks are violent, right? Or whatever they do. But when it comes to, like, that's really, if you really think about it, that's the only time they let the masculinity and look what these guys are doing. Because listen, let me ask you a question. What Young Thug's being charged with?
Right.
Are those feminine charges or masculine charges? Let's say that's a
Well,
man being a man.
He's a leader.
All right,
they're
but
trying
I'm saying
to put him
doing
as the leader of this gang, so that's the leader.
Right.
That's a man.
You would think alpha male,
masculine.
masculine. And then what did all they're trying to say all these guys did snitch on him do? So they're saying, okay, the only ones that are allowed to be masculine are all these guys that are doing illegal shit, and we're locking them all up anyway. So you better be a soft little pussy if you want to survive. That's the message I'm getting. Because a lot, if you're watching this, whoever you are, a lot of you guys are extremely smart. You're right, but you're pussies. Little dicks. And hey, that's what it is. And a lot of you guys are sitting up here with power and decision-making ability. And you know, for society, but guess what? This is an incredible universe. You're gonna get yours, Baba. Regardless, I don't care how high you are, one of your sons will go through something. So if whatever's happening to Andrew Tate is based on lies, it's based on taking him out, if he's a righteous dude and his guardian angels and his ancestors are on his side and he has that book of the Quran, he will be triumphant. He will win this, and at the end of the day. But the problem is now he's tainted. They're trying to taint his name so he can't get back out there and speak that, what he's talking. You know?
They're trying to change his name, you said?
You know who I'm extremely impressed with? Minister Farrakhan. Because he's been so incredible all these years stating his truth.
Yes.
And what he feels like.
Not wavering.
And there's never
no
been
compromise.
And there's never been no crazy scandals with him or nothing that they could throw on him or not. So you know what I say about that? I say whoever's around him is extremely loyal. They keep things in
His
house.
son Mustafa.
You know, so I look at that, I'm like, damn, they never took him down. He's doing something.
Yeah.
But then again, he talks that talk. Right, so why Andrew Tate, a guy from all the way over there?
And you know, the whole thing that makes it smell weird is that pizza. They always keep saying the pizza boxes. I'm like, come on, man. They seen his pizza boxes on Instagram and was at the house in 5 minutes to come get them. They already was coming to get them. It's like, don't make it like the pizza boxes. Someone was telling.
That's what I'm saying. This is what
hey,
he said. There was a girl in
here.
his house. This is what happened. He said it when he came out. He says there was a girl in the house, and the boyfriend found out when the girl was there, called the cops and said they're holding her against her will. There's no way. And he was just smashed. You know?
That's crazy.
That's what I heard. That's kind of the first rumor was like, how did they find out? And it was like there was a girl in the house, and they always have women in the house, is what they're saying. Because we always have women. And he said, ask any of these women how we treat them. Yeah. Now, if they get crazy, they got to go.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Okay, but most girls, when you tell them what they date, girls are incredible following orders.
They cool.
And when it comes to that, they just want to, listen, we're going to have a great time, but I don't want to hear this bullshit. And usually they know what time it is. And if they're like that, they know they mean, all right, you got to go. And you keep it moving. What are you doing? So, again, where there's smoke, there's fire, though. We always say that.
That's what I said. I'm hoping, because I don't like seeing anyone in trouble, I'm hoping these charges are
look, they're saying the latest report is...
now they're switching it up from sex trafficking to
letting
money laundering.
If it's sex trafficking, they took them both in. Why is his brother leaving? Oh, he's not a sex trafficker. It's only Andrew Tate. Doesn't make sense. They do
his
everything
brother
together.
didn't launder the money?
Again, there's something weird. They want him. Hey, you know what Tristan does? Lay in the cut.
Man,
Andrew's the one up front talking that swiggy.
Yeah.
So they're trying to, I hope he doesn't die in their hands. Maybe they separate the bro. Who knows, bro? Like, this is crazy, and he's predicting that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, look, this guy's not going to go away. Let's figure out something. I hope not. I hope not.
Yeah, I want to see more clips from him talking about his...
I want him to definitely come back. He spits some stuff that...
He definitely does, man.
Yeah.
He shook the whole internet up. He came out of nowhere, too, and boom.
He did.
So,
he did.
Congrats on that. But, hopefully he gets out of everything and everything's there for him and he's safe and sound, man. I want to say that for both of
As long as none of those allegations are true, as long as he's doing the stuff, the top G's keeping it righteous.
Even, not that it's, you could be telling the truth. I just hope he gets out of it.
Right, but I'm saying, because, as far as
they have ways of telling you
and
switching it, even though the truth don't mean nothing sometimes, if they want you bad enough.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
God willing, they get through it.
Ladies and gentlemen, red pill or blue pill. Good luck.
Woo.
Good luck.
Okay,
God bless.
cuz.
Good luck. God bless.
That's right. But man, okay, we good here, man.
Hey, hold your head up, Andrew.
Yeah. Tristan too, man.
Yes. Well, he's kind of,
I love seeing the brotherly companionship.
This is why I'm saying that's why it can't be that type of relationship with your brother unless they seem like two cool people who are just spitting the truth. But having his brother out is going to help him because his brother can make moves now, figure out certain things. You understand? Like, that's going to help him comparing to having both of them in there.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and the fact that they haven't released him, no bail, no shit, that's funny as hell.
Yeah, why wouldn't they give him a bail?
Switch charges up on him, let his brother go. Something don't smell like. He might put a dirty sock somewhere and I can't find it.
Where's that sock? Damn, that sock. All right, Dinero, we good, man.
Hey, give him the business.
Giving him the business, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Keep following us. Send in any questions you might have. And we're going to be giving you more and more of these interviews.
And thank you for, you guys watching and supporting it. It means a lot to us.
Yes. We're approaching over 1 million very shortly.
Yeah. And but we do this honestly out of our hearts just to be able to give you a little bit of what we've experienced in our lives and topics that we think most people are discussing. Big ups to all the podcasts that are out there. If anyone wants to go do a podcast, I suggest you go ahead and do your thing.
Get started.
But we're here giving you the business, and we're going to be here for a while giving you the business. And
we're here chasing this chicken.
You already know. Swiggy.
Little plug for my sponsor, one of my sponsors with the clothing line.
Yeah. You see, you know. Putting kids in D1, you already know. Coach Valdez, swagger.
All right. Again, I always have a great time here.
Yes, sir.
This is Chris Gotti Lorenzo and my partner, Don Dinero.
Mr. Money for the Gringos, and we out.
And we out of here.
Swagger.